she's Venus, and she's supposed to represent Venus.
Yes, I'm a Venetian.
I'm Mars.
Venus.
Mars as in Mars, and she's gotta have it. Anyway.
As in
You remember that movie?
She's gotta have it.
That was Spike Lee's character name. Remember his name was Mars?
Oh yeah, what?
That's what I meant by
Oh, okay.
Anyway, alright. I think the name was Mars Blackman or something. I'm shuffling.
That sounds right.
Alright.
Okay.
You gotta keep it, stop looking.
I ain't reading them. Okay, let me close my eyes.
Oh yeah. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay. Alright.
Alright.
Mars.
Mars.
Look her in the eye when listening to her.
For real.
Look me in the eye.
That's a hard thing to do.
It is? Why?
I don't know. Cause
Okay.
the eyes, but go ahead.
That's the Mars card. Look her in the eye when listening to her. I agree. And Venus, don't give unsolicited advice when listening to him.
Don't give
Unsolicited advice when listening to him.
Interesting.
And you know what? That goes for ladies too. Like sometimes we give unsolicited advice.
Like what? What do you mean?
Ladies always giving advice.
Oh, well, that's true.
You say something, she gonna give you her opinion and her advice. Okay.
And swear she's right too.
No, she's right. Okay. So, ladies, for ladies to ladies, you know, sometimes you need to ask, you know, do you mind me giving you my opinion? Because I think that too often ladies give each other so much advice that we actually become unclear about what we truly feel because we're receiving advice from all over the place. And sometimes ladies talk and express just to release or so that you would listen, not necessarily for you to give your feedback, you know. So we have to be mindful of that, giving advice to each other and to gentlemen, because men don't necessarily want you to solve their problem. They like to solve ours. You know what I mean? So when a man is telling you what's going on with them, they're not necessarily telling you because they want you to solve it for them. They may just be telling you because they're giving you some information that they have experienced and they just want you to listen.
Right. That's
So,
somebody to talk to, somebody to listen. Yeah.
So you may want to ask them before you give them some unsolicited advice. You know, do you want my advice on that, or you want just me? You just want me to listen, or listen to see if they ask you for the advice. You know, they may say, "Well, what do you think?" Then that's your opportunity. But don't forget, it ain't his fault. So you better remember all these cards, okay? So what you think, Kato?
No, I agree with you on that. I totally agree with you on that part.
Okay.
The unsolicited advice is let the man be a man. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to have bigger balls than your man. Let your man be the man in that thing. And make him feel, let him feel like he's the man, you know what I'm saying?
So what if
unsolicited advice, part of me saying it depends on how you give it. Don't give it as advice. Just talk about it in the conversation. And if you think you're that much smarter than him, just slip it into the conversation, not as an advice, but something that he may hear you and figure it out himself. That you gotta be pretty swift to be that slick to do that kind of thing. Kind of like, Jedi mind trick. But you know what I'm saying?
So you could kind of say, well, I heard about this. What do you think? Do you think that's something you would be interested in?
See, something like that is
okay.
Cool. Instead of you need to be doing, you should do. It all depends on. Sometimes that's pretty good. So you know what I'm saying? It depends on the relationship of the person. You see what I'm saying? But don't demand it.
Right.
Let the man be a man and all that. And because he may disagree, and don't get mad if he disagrees.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes people don't want, especially grown ass people.
Yeah.
You know, you telling them what to do and what they think. You know, because I've had people tell me what I think and tell me about my relationship or tell me, and I'll be like, "Are you in this or something?" I just you acting like you me, right? How you
that's
know?
the magic word, unsolicited.
Exactly.
If he asks you, that's another story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you have a man that asks you, that's pretty good. You know,
it should be.
Y'all
should have that kind of relationship.
Exactly.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
The whole thing. This one is a little something for me. Look her in the eyes when listening to her. Because I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, one thing, you know, the eyes are the windows to the soul.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And one thing, if I'm listening to her, I'm picturing what she's saying, and I'm trying to hear her. Looking her in the eye. I mean, yeah, I can stay in your eyes all day and not really be listening to you. You see what I'm saying? But just staring you in the eye. Now, if I'm doing
what you
this,
doing, listening to my soul. I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
Okay, go.
But if I mean, and you look at sometimes you look at some of the episodes of this show. When you're talking, I'm listening. I know one time you thought I was falling asleep. She thought I was falling asleep on her.
No, I didn't. I said you look like you fall asleep.
But I'm not. Well, one, my eyes, maybe because I have, you know, the brim of my hat. But my eyes like this. But what I'm doing is I'm listening. And I'm not necessarily listening to answer. I'm listening to hear what she's saying. And it doesn't, when I'm listening, it doesn't matter what my eyes are focusing on, because my eyes are not focusing on anything, because I'm listening in my head, my ear. It's hard to explain, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes they don't understand that. So I understand this. Venus.
Okay, Venetian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I understand this, and this is something I'm going to take into consideration from now on. When you're talking and stuff, I'm going to be looking like that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, at least when he listens to me, he just might close his eyes and be nodding and
it don't
like
be closed.
Okay, they don't be closed. They be cracked like this.
I be listening.
At least he don't be like this.
Yeah, I don't, you know what I don't be, what you don't see me being is this. Saying,
Ooh, I hate
that's
that.
what I'm not being. You see, I'm not doing this. Okay, what you say? All right, go ahead.
Okay, man, you see that?
All right.
I hope all that's in the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't do
ladies
all of that.
too.
Yeah. Don't.
I had to put the phone down.
Yeah.
My daughter actually checked me on that a couple years ago. She was like, "Mom, are you listening to me?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I listen with my ears."
Yeah.
Well, can you look at me?
and you may have to turn from the TV, but women, at the same time, don't try to talk to him when he's into the TV.
Well, what if he a couch potato and always in the TV? Do a video and then stream it on the TV.
Then you write a letter to him. Let him
write a letter. Just don't use the word never and always in the first sentence.
Don't use the word never and always and write a letter. You see what I'm saying? But if he's into the game, you know, if it's on a Sunday, he's into whatever his team is, Redskins or Cowboys or whoever, Pittsburgh. How you gonna try to talk to him? Or if he's into whatever TV show he likes or whatever,
I fully understand.
You know, that's a whole. Then you can't expect him to try to look in your eyes because he's trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? So
when it's like that, just be mindful of the right time.
I hate to have switched this on women. That wasn't the intent. But I will say pick the right time to do it. But men, and I'm going to work on that. You know what I'm saying? That might help a whole lot if I look into her eyes.
You've been looking at me today.
Have I?
Yes.
Okay. I don't... I guess, you know. So
y'all could tell us. Comment below if you saw the eyes like this.
Yeah. If it look like I'm sleeping like... See, you're not the only one. People say, man, look at the clip, man. You all dozing off. I said, I'm not dozing off.
He's not dozing off, really.
And I'm not. I don't do drugs, so I'm not high, nothing like that. I'm just listening.
All right. So men, look them in their eyes when they're talking to you, so you can show that you're listening and engaging in the conversation. And women, don't give unsolicited advice when listening to him.
Hear him.
Just shut up.
And another thing that reminds me of that, it's kind of what I said before.
What?
When you're waiting your turn to talk, to give you advice and not listening. You're not listening to me to hear me. You're listening to me so you can respond.
Right.
It's two different things.
Right. And listening is a skill.
Right.
You cannot be thinking about what you're about to say.
Right. That's what
and fully be listening, And I know back in the day, I used to do that because I used to feel like I wasn't going to remember what I was going to say. And then I just release it. And then, slowly I started to just listen and not be focused on what I'm going to say. And if a thought comes, whatever, or I might interject, can I say something real quick? I might say, and then I might interject, but if I can see that he's on a roll, then I'm just not going to say anything. And then if I lose the thought, I might say, I was about to say something, but I can't even remember. Whatever. If it's important, it'll come back to me.
All right.
And who cares? So.
All right.
I hope that helps you guys.
Yeah. In the eyes. I got my eyes on you.
And no unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
To women either. To men or women.
Yeah.
All right. If you like it, share it. If you think the points or tips will help anybody, share it.
Yeah. Give us some ideas of stuff you want to hear us talk